Hallelujah, guys. What's going on? Blessious here, and I hope you're having a freaking amazing one. Earlier this week, I was in San Francisco playing with some buddies in here. We have Mtash and Cooch and also Rikakish as my allies, and I am the Colossus. And while I was at San Francisco, I was actually there because, well, BioWare and EA invited You BioWare, and they also, well, took care of it, like, all flight and hotel stays. So thank you. I have to legally say that if you case and wondering why I have to say that. I'm being transparent. So here is a mission that is early on in game, and I'm going to try to do this spoiler free, but the reason why I'm showing this is because I want to give you a point of view of someone that played Colossus a lot. This mission is called A Favor to Ask. I'm not going to get into anything really too crazy. I just want to talk to you about, well, hey, I played a lot of Colossus. I was able to be at multiple events for EA and BioWare for, Anthem. I played it a year ago when it was in a different state, and I played it way before that, and I was able to get feedback into it, and the class I played probably the most out of everything is the Colossus. So by no means am I an expert, but I do know a thing or two, especially for when a game is in, you know, a demo mode even before it releases. So the thing is this game really, for me, pulls the strings on my old World of Warcraft addiction. I know it's like shooters and everything, but if you think about it, it's Final Fantasy, man. This Colossus, he's the tank, he's the paladin. He pulls aggro from the enemies. He tries to tank it out and at the same time be a damage dealer. The Storm is straight up just a mage. You know, a glass cannon, can't take much damage but can deal it. Yeah, the Ranger, that's like the all-around, you know, Mario from Smash Brothers almost, or Iron Man ability where he's just a great offensive and defensive character. And then you have the Interceptor, which is like basically like a rogue from World of Warcraft, or a thief from Final Fantasy. So as we go around this mission, we are actually here, and we're paying respects to, well, some little things. I'm not going to dive into the story too much, but the thing is, Colossus, it's huge, and one thing that you might think is, oh, because it's so big, it's actually slow. Actually, correction, any Javelin has the same speed. And the one thing I want to say is, I mentioned this in a video earlier, the Colossus, it is something that has a lot of detonator abilities. Detonators and primers are something that you see that create that combo thing. When you see it pop up, and like right here, the combo and the explosion, that's when someone uses their first ability that might be a primer, and what that looks like is, well, you'll definitely know it when you see it, the ability that looks like a primer. And if you look at my Y ability, my punch ability, that is a detonator, meaning, so if these guys are frozen, or if these guys have like an acid on them, I can easily just whack them and detonate them. So it pairs almost perfectly with a storm, but there's really a lot of fun to be had. So at this, if you're curious about this, the Colossus goes the same speed no matter what. It's bulky, it's tanky, but the thing is like it can keep up with everybody. It has a lot of up-close abilities. Like right now I'm using the flat cannon on my RB, and my LB is burst mortars. Burst mortar is great for a little bit distance, but flat cannon basically is just like a shotgun on your wrist, and it's just lethal. It is just absolutely lethal. I found myself just loving it. So the one thing with Colossus is our Storm has this frost ability that is able to just smack opponents, freeze them, and then when I go up, I usually have my shield up, and I can just melee them. I can have the shield in my hand, or just, you know, hit the ground with, you know, my fist, and it will make them explode. And that is just something that I really enjoy playing with this. So right now I'm using the Battlecry ability, and what it is, it's like taunt, if you ever played, you know, an MMO, trying to get the mobs just to target you. And at the same time, I'm trying to tank their shots. I have my shield able to, oh, the shield bash psych. We get psyched on. This outlaw gets the fist. Usually when you bash somebody, they get stunned for a short period of time, which is awesome. And I'm also using this grenade launcher. let me tell you what, I have yet to use a grenade launcher in this game that I really liked. Alright, right now I'm using my ultimate ability. I fly to the ceiling. When you use your ultimate, you're also very much immune to like any enemy bullets, which is great. It also gives you full health. And you can really just you can use it to get your health back at the same time, really helping your team out. So I'm going in with the flat cannon. I get the shot, finish him off, and then over here I load this guy with these grenade launchers. I have to tell you what, man. Grenade launchers, I have yet to use one now. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. So the one thing that you see right there is the bar. That bar is the shield health. And right now, this isn't a final build of the game, but it does seem like it can't take that much damage. But as you level up, there is gear that, say, might give you plus 300% shield bonus. Might make it have like auto regen, so you don't have to put it away, or like it regens while firing or shielding. Like there's so many customizable gear options that it's. While I might complain that it's a bit short in this build, it might just be because like there's weapon pieces that might really just accent that and say, hey, look, you're gonna be like getting shield points so easily with that. And there's the coolest thing that I ever saw in this game was this masterworked armor piece that allowed me to use my, if I get enough kills with my super or my ultimate, I will get plus 3,000% extended on my super, meaning I'll get like 2 or if lucky 3 shots. And while using it, I actually used it on just a bunch of just ads. And I got to use my super instead of 3 times, but 6 times. So over here, our buddy is down. That is actually Imtash over there. He is down. One of my buddies are trying to revive him. They put a shield around him. I'm using my big boy guns, able to block it. They get the revive, and we're going through and trying to go in and just hammer them. So the difficulty that you're seeing is hard. There are multiple difficulties in this game. There's easy, normal, and hard. And then once you get past a certain point, there's Grandmaster. There's Grandmaster 1, there's Grandmaster 2, there's Grandmaster 3. And I don't believe I'm breaking NDA by saying this, but earlier today, me, Dado, Rick Kakis, and Inkuch took on, with level capped stuff, a Grandmaster Siege, which is like a strike. And it took us like an hour to get through. It was difficult. Like, imagine raid mechanics but Nightfall from Destiny, and it took us like an hour. I think Data timed it out 49.01. So that's how long it took out, and I'll be able to share that video later on when it's appropriate time with embargoes and all that. So over here, I see a bunch of people. I use my burst mortar, just throwing in all of those mortars. And so if you see those things above their heads, like all those enemies that see that fire, that means that they are primed. And if you have a detonator ability, you will detonate them, dealing combos. And like each javelin suit, those classes have different combo abilities. So these are frozen. If I go in and smack them, a bunch of just AoE damage goes everywhere. And so right now, I'm just really just being like a tank from above. One thing that you might notice is water cools things. But if you're hovering over water, the vapors from the water will actually cool your jets. Here's a combo right there. Oh, no combo, what? But anyway, water will cool your jets. But if you're hovering over it, it'll have this thing where like you just really take a lot more time to burn out from your hovering abilities. So over here we go around the corner, we see an amigo. Actually nothing. I think we cleared everything. Stealing our history again. I skipped through a lot of playing this. I skipped through a lot of the story because I want to experience it a lot for myself, and I don't mean this as a story spoiler or anything like that. I just wanted to give you some of my thoughts about the Colossus, and I definitely have played it the most out of any Javelin class ever, and it might look slow, but it can be a lot of fun, especially if you have a storm behind you, just freezing everything, priming it, and you go in and just Hulk smash. It is so gratifying, and just it feels so good just to go pop it. Like that's definitely one of the things I like the most about it. Plus, like your tank, you literally taunt. And you got to be smart with it, because if there's 2 enemies, you're going to get decimated if you have all of them focus you. So you got to utilize shield, you got to utilize your weapons, you got to utilize your ult. The one thing is, like, you can taunt and then go into your ultimate, and then have everyone looking at you, and you're invulnerable as you go and do your ultimate. So there's a pro tip for you from a Colossus. Well, not main, because I think I'll main Storm, as you can see, like most of the people did here in this game. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go on that. Expect more Anthem content from me as we get ever so closer to the launch of Anthem. I hope you have a freaking amazing one. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to be a Holy Taco, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.